Hey guys, it's your girl Sin, and in this video I want to talk about different techniques and methods that I used to really help amplify my life. I've been able to live a much more abundant life ever since I did this, and it's just incredible. I want to share this knowledge with you, reap the benefits as well. So it all started about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, when I felt really out of place with my goals and just the stuff I wanted to accomplish in my life. I had always known what I wanted to do, but the people that I was hanging out with and just my overall energy just was not in alignment with those goals. And I had to do something. I had to make a conscious decision and choice to change my life in that exact same moment. And ever since then, it's just been a snowball effect. I remember not too long ago, I was talking to my sister and she actually told me, the way you are now is so different. You're emitting more love and your just overall aura is just so different than it was before. And that made me feel so incredibly good inside, because I felt like other people could recognize my change, and I'm a better person now. I'm super excited that I've come to this state and that I've been able to work on myself and love myself the way that I do now. I really want to stress that this has become part of my habit, and you need to do that as well, or at least practice it more than one time. Don't just give up. I know sometimes people may think oh, I wished for that, or I thought of this and I visualized that and it didn't work, but you have to keep at it. The easiest thing to compare it to is really exercise. If you're wanting this dream bod, you have to work for it. It's not just going to the gym, it's drinking water, sleeping right, and eating healthy, right? It's all a combination, and it's not just gonna happen with one thing. So I encourage you to try these different things and see where your life takes you, because I know that you will be living a beautiful life full of love. Let's get started in this video. So my favorite thing to do is practicing affirmations. YouTube is such a great resource for that. You can just turn on your TV if you have it as an app, or on your phone while you're on the go, and find great affirmation videos of love, of money, of success, of wealth, whatever it is that you want. And you could just go to town and listen to them. Especially when I'm looking myself in the mirror while I'm doing my makeup, I like to sit there and just stare myself in the eyes and say these affirmations, and it just becomes even more powerful to me. I really enjoy listening to them in the morning during my morning routine, because I really think it helps prime your day and you start off strong and you are just in a great positive attitude. Also, when you wake up from an alarm, or if you're rushing to work or school, your cortisol levels automatically just rise up, right? Because you're thinking, gotta get to work, gotta eat breakfast, gotta gather all my stuff, does this match, gotta leave. Is there going to be traffic today? What's the weather like? There's so many thoughts going on in our head. So for me, I feel like it helps regulate that stress by just being at peace and knowing that everything is going to be okay, knowing that I'm going to be able to achieve what it is that I want to achieve. Really setting my mindset into thinking that everything is possible and is in arm's reach. The second thing that I think is super important is being aware of the conversations you're having and who you're surrounding yourself with. When I was going through this transition in my life, I wasn't in a relationship that was very low level, low vibe. That's kind of what sparked this change within me. I noticed that I became very stagnant. I had put all my goals on the back burner, and I kind of had to make some choices then and there and realize, is this going to be for me, or am I living somebody else's dream? Take a look at this research that was done by Dr. Nicholas Christakis and Dr. Fowler. They actually did a longitudinal study over 30 years, and they wanted to see if weight gain was associated with our friendships and siblings, spouses, and people. And look at the results that they found. A person's chance of becoming obese increased by 57% if he or she had a friend who became obese in a given interval. And the same thing also occurred if it was an adult sibling, and if that person was their sibling, it would be increased by 40%. And if a person's spouse became obese, the likelihood of that person becoming obese was 37%. So definitely proves that your surroundings are important. Another area that you may not think about as much is at work. Change happens, things happen at work. Sometimes it's a little crazy. It's possible that the conversations become negative. It'd be easy to get sucked into, but it's really important that you become more aware of that and draw yourself out of it as soon as you realize that you're getting sucked into it. And if you're the person that's doing the negative talk, maybe you need to reevaluate your job. See if maybe that role isn't for you, or maybe if you can change to a different role in that same business or organization, or whatever the case may be. Try not to get sucked into the gossip and stray away from that. Keep your vibes high. Tip number 3 is to create space for the abundance. Meaning, if you have a room, keep your room clean and do some spring cleaning. I mean it. I used to be the person that would get really attached to items. So if you gave me a pen, I would be like, oh, this pen was given to me from Sue and it was back in 6th grade and she gave it to me this day. I realized that there's some things that I just have to let go. Watching Marie Kondo's video, a great resource for me, and it really helped me kind of detach emotionally from some items. Some things just fill up space, unfortunately. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do on that, but I've actually been able to kind of go through a lot of things, get rid of a lot of things, donate a lot of things to people who may need it more, who may cherish it more than I do. And it's been a good feeling. Knowing that everything is energy, you need to do the same thing in the places that you're living in or at work or wherever it may be. You want to have a space that's going to bring in that positive energy for you. It's for new things to come into your life. Number 4 is practice gratitude. Every day, as soon as you wake up, there's so many things to be grateful for. Write it down. Get a journal and write those things that you're grateful for. One of the things that I want to do this year is actually share how thankful I am to people. One of the greatest things you can do, especially at work, is get some cards and write thank you letters to people. And it doesn't even have to be about work. It could just be about them. Like, for example, if there's somebody who's funny at work, tell them thank you for the laughs, or thank you for taking the time to teach me something. Expressing kindness to people, and especially in a handwritten note, most people have their phones nowadays. To write a letter to somebody to say thank you, even if it's just a short message, could really go a long way. The last tip that I have for you is to meditate. Meditation has so many health benefits. We know that it helps reduce stress. We know that it helps you sleep better. We know that it helps regulate your emotions better. So many different benefits, and I really encourage you to try it out. Give it a shot. I used to be the person that would sit there and be like meditating, like I could do other things with that time. Every day, like I said, similar to where the beginning of this video, as soon as we wake up, we have all these thoughts floating through our head, all these worries. Sometimes you just need those minutes to yourself and to really look internally to see why is it that I'm thinking all these things, or what is it that I'm even thinking about. Sometimes you're not even aware of all the thoughts that you're thinking and you just think them and you're just kind of worried and going out throughout the day. I think meditation is a really great way to relax. Like exercise, start off small. Maybe start off with like 5 to 10 minutes and then increase as you can. Like exercise, it takes discipline, so don't expect to go in it right away and feeling like, oh, I totally got this, because you probably will not have that kind of reaction. Maybe you will, who knows, but you may not. Once again, YouTube is such a great resource for that. You can just easily find some videos on here. Dr. Deepak and Oprah also have a really great resource online. If you just Google their names, you'll be taken to the website. They typically tend to have like 30-day meditations on different things, relationships, love, and all that stuff. I know that there's even apps nowadays where you can meditate. There are free guided meditations out there, so why not take advantage of that and use it to better yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said before, keep at it. It takes practice. It's not going to just be a one-time thing. But trust me, if you just do it, you're going to see that your mindset, the way that you perceive life, is going to change completely. For the better. You're going to become like a magnet where things just start coming to you. You are a beautiful, loving human, and you deserve the best. Till next time.